Number 9, Derek White.
Golden State Warriors, we have a Miss Cada. Pat Spencer, DeAnthony, the first time this season is Melton with the handle. Long distance look, Moody with the swish.
Always interesting, Michael, after the All-Star break. What are you able to do better? Play defense or find a flow into the offense? Typically, it's defense, where Boston was so good before the break, but Moody breaking it open with a three.
White, nice bounce pass. Cada in the lane. Fouled from behind by Santos, and Cada will go to the second in the Eastern Conference. As Cada misses that first free throw.
Man steps back on the floor. There is a massive shift in the Eastern Conference and what is possible for these Boston Celtics this year.
Especially with Brown playing the way that he is. Fourth in the NBA in scoring. Moody, that time he's off the mark. Brown got up for the rebound. Averaging 29 points per contest. Now ISO'd with Green. Brown step back, gave it up. Shireman, baseline drive, put it up. Good contest by Spencer. And Shireman got it back. White flicks the wrist. Can't hit. And Green there for the board. Spencer. Santos in the corner. Now Moody. Up top, Green for three. In and out.
These two teams are going to seek out the three-point line. Golden State, a huge part of their offense.
Near turnover. This is Shireman, and no-dip three hits the top of the backboard and goes out of bounds. Melton on the drive, floats it up, goes window shopping.
Not sure if Melton meant to bank that shot in, but he'll take it as he gets on the board.
A early 5-1 advantage for the Warriors. Brown. Now a five-time All-Star right to the rack. It is among the league leaders in paint points, sixth in the NBA in total paint points. Melton didn't go glass that time.
Right back, early offense for Golden State. Derek White pushing the pace for Boston to try to find an open one.
Hauser good from downtown.
Hauser, an elite shooter, has not shot it well this year. Career lows in three-point percentage, but I expect some adjustment back to the mean for him in the last stretch of this season.
This is Spencer, good from deep.
Pat Spencer is going to let you know when he makes shots on an NBA floor. No doubt about it.
He likes to talk a little bit. And recall that the Warriors and the Celtics first and second in the NBA in three-point attempts per game. Brown on the move, little bully ball, couldn't hit, got his own. Shireman steps back and can't connect from deep. Another offensive board for the Celtics. Shireman on the reload.
So three times for the Boston Celtics on the offensive rebound. They found the three-point line and finally cashing in with Baylor firing from the right wing.
Warriors by one, early going here at Chase Center. Green from deep, wide right, and good hustle by Santos. Both teams showing activity on the offensive glass early. Melton, toss it up, Green, outside, Spencer, rims out.
Good find from Draymond on the roll, quickly getting it over to Pat Spencer, and that one rims out.
White, inside, Cada with the flush.
You got to think with Golden State playing as small as they are right now, the Cada on the roll as an option over the top is going to be there for Boston.
Cada averaging 10 and 8 this season for the Celtics. Santos, crossover, inside, outside, extra pass, Moody. Moody in the lane, got the roll. Boston has scored on 4 straight possessions. Brown splitting the defense, found the angle for 2.
Even with Draymond in that deep drop, Jaylen Brown able to find a seam there. Beautiful left-hand finish.
Melton, quick trigger, bottoms. Okay, we got a track meet.
Well, if you want to get yourself into a lather, this is the way you play in the first 5 minutes of a contest. Both these teams trying to find their offensive rhythm, and so far look good.
Good contest by Green. This is White at the elbow. Pure.
Great pull-up for Derek White. So many more opportunities for him this year to work on his off-the-dribble game without Tatum in the lineup.
Moody. Back to Green. Corner three. Well short. And rebound secured by White. Up ahead to Hauser. Hauser will fire. And off the heel. 6 3-point attempts already for the Celtics. 8 for the Warriors. Spencer pull up. Jay won't go.
And not a lot of whistles so far, Grady. So, these teams are a little bit gassed. You look at Melton, you look at Draymond.
Nice lay-in for White, and there's a timeout for everyone to get. Player development versus opportunity as Kuczynski knocks down the tray for the Warriors. Their 4th 3-pointer of the ball game. Missouri was saying, player development, drills and all that is important, but the best way to learn and grow is to get opportunities out here on the floor, to handle failure, to handle success, and learn through reps of gameplay. And case in point, how about Ron Harper Jr. getting an opportunity here in the first quarter?
Another guy that they've gotten some good minutes out of. Shireman gets a steal in the open court.
Shireman, he's getting booed by his teammates.
Still counts as two. It still counts as two. It's great.
You're a former slam dunk champion. That should be more good.
To your point, Grady, about the player development part, the opportunity, you can look at all the pictures of climbing the mountain you want, but until you're on the trail, that's when you get that experience. And each of those guys has gotten tremendous opportunity, and their confidence has grown.
You can see it as Melton did not beat the clock. Here's barely got it into Brown, and
playing incredible defense before the break. 6 straight games in February, holding teams under 100 points. Best defense in the league at 96 points. And the Warriors are going to have to find a way to generate offense tonight.
Vucevic in his 4th game with the Celtics, wearing the number 4. Missing on the 3. Vooch inside, nice speed, but Walsh couldn't control it.
Warriors want to keep the pace, but they sure got to talk about offensive rebounding and making sure that they hold the Celtics to 1 shot. So far, a little bit loose on that end.
Will Richard from beyond the arc. Another 3 for the Warriors. Pritchard to the rack.
No help defense with Vucevic out there at the top of the key. Al Horford has to respect the shot. Pritchard gets all the way to the rim.
Kuczynski, little step back, mid-range Jay, and seen some rough misses both ways in the early going. 24-21 advantage for Boston. Brown draws the crowd, sets up Walsh for 3.
Good looking shot by Jordan Walsh. He has come such a long way this year. As a two-way player, his improvement for the Boston Celtics has been huge.
19 combined 3-point attempts. Check that. 20 combined 3-point attempts both ways between these two teams. Horford can't hit. Long rebound to Walsh. Cleared for takeoff. You mentioned life without Steph Curry. Going to be out at least another 10 days. Is Moody all air. Richard there for the finish. Took it away from Pritchard.
Yeah, another 5 games for sure for Steph being out the next 10 days. And for the Warriors, they gotta find ways to generate. Kristaps on the minutes restriction is going to be interesting for us to get the first look at him tonight, but it's the offensive end where Golden State is really going to struggle without Steph.
What a difference a year makes. That was Al Horford with the Warriors backing down Nikola Vucevic of the Celtics. Another hoop. That's Jaylen Brown. It's 31-23 Boston. Richard fires. Can't hit. Richard the rebound for the Celtics. Looking for a double-digit advantage. Brown. Oh, the spin and the lay. 4-point ball game. Second quarter underway here at Chase Center. Michael Grady, Brent Barry, Allie Clifton, and Nikola Vucevic for three.
Vuce being able to spot up in the corner, and Porzingis a little bit late on the closeout. He knocks it down.
Both teams combined for 30 3-point attempts in that opening quarter. Spencer over to Green. Porzingis fouled from behind.
And for the Warriors, they're hoping they can somehow, between him and Steph Curry, maintain their health for this run as this season comes to a close.
Spencer had to beat the clock, can't hit. Knocked out of bounds by Porzingis. And they're defending Porzingis. Boston is with Hugo Gonzalez. There's something to keep an eye on. Pritchard. Outside, White finds Gonzalez. 3-ball corner pocket.
That Warriors zoned up there, and as Spencer tried to get to the left wing, Gonzalez had the corner all to himself and able to bury another shot for the Celtics in front of their bench.
Porzingis to a cutting Moody. Outside, Green. Pump, drive, Spencer for two.
What a great layoff by Draymond Green. One dribble, got his eyes on the rim, and Pat Spencer right in front of it to deliver.
Third assist for Draymond Green. Vucevic, skip pass. Now it's Pritchard from downtown. It's good. Both teams making it rain inside Chase Center. Green couldn't handle it. Tough pass by Porzingis. Pritchard penetrated. Out to Gonzalez. Pritchard got it back. Pritchard has been tremendous this season for Boston. Turns the corner and lays it in.
A really great job by Peyton Pritchard keeping his dribble, getting around Porzingis. And as soon as he saw that, just an open window for him to get right to the rim.
Averaging 17 points per game for the Celtics. Richard was hot in that first quarter with 11 points. Couldn't hit here. Gonzalez with the reverse. What a start to this second quarter.
Yeah, Steve's going to want to talk about a few things after that play as Boston's finding some open threes. The backdoor cut by Hugo behind Drin there. He leads the league in assist-to-turnover ratio. He shot the ball unbelievable, and he's creating 30 points a night for these Boston Celtics, moving back to the bench where he's the reigning sixth man of the year. He's had an awesome season.
Vucevic with the putback off the Pritchard miss. And Pritchard with that three-pointer earlier as Melton hits the side of the backboard. Guys are working off some All-Star week rust. You know, it's working off some rust.
Tough angle to bank it. You were mentioning about Peyton hit the three that he tied to the league company, yes?
Yes, Ray Allen. He's tied Ray Allen for sixth most three-pointers in a Boston Celtics uniform. Porzingis, no good. He was looking at the clock. He only has like about 16 more seconds before he'll get checked out.
Yeah, these little 4-minute bursts he talks about before the game with Allie about trying to force the issue a little bit to try to find his rhythm.
This is Derek White off the heel. Porzingis with the rebound. See Al Horford and Guy Santos at the scorer's table. Pritchard with the cookies. Hauser. Over to Vucevic for the lay. Beautiful ball movement from the Celtics.
Great delay by Sam Hauser. I think he was looking for Derek.
And tough road ahead for the Warriors without their guy who's averaging 27 points per contest this season. This is Will Richard for three. No good. And Brown the rebound.
A quick shot of Mike Dunleavy. Obviously, they made some moves thinking, you know, that with these guys healthy, they could be in great position. Well, the position that they're in right now is street close with a lot of the players they were relying on.
Santos, good transition defense there by Boston. Nearly 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Celtics outscoring the Warriors 17-2 in the period. Blocked by White. Richard can't hit, but will go to the line.
A little bit tonight. He was waiting for Guy Santos and Hugo Gonzalez to be on the court to watch the blur between those two.
Richard, good at the free throw line. Those are the first 2 free throw attempts for the Warriors in this ball game. Boston 53, Golden State 36. First meeting of the regular season between these two teams. Nice feed over to Keita. Keita showing the reach.
Great move, Keita, just in the right hand and extending. No chance for Al Horford to get to that.
Celtics with a 28-10 advantage in bench points, and a foul is called on Gonzalez. Oh, we're finally back to live action. 6:20 to go in this second quarter. Inside, Keita made the catch, swatted out of there by Horford. Left it short. Long rebound to Richard.
A little second effort there from Golden State to collect and get that stop.
Horford rimming out. Simon the ball. Warriors down to 37% shooting in the ball game. Brown sizing up Richard. Penetrating. Pull up at the free throw line is long. Horford. And now it's Santos. Horford driving on White. Horford can't finish with the left. And Keita clears it for Boston. Warriors just 1 for 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. White blocked by Horford again.
A good late challenge by Al as Derek kind of got caught in the air.
Richard cutting and laying it home.
Real Richard aggressive in this game. He did not shoot well before the break. He even sat out the last game for the Warriors before the break.
Brown, no. Who would have guessed Will Richard 15 for Golden State's 38 points here in the first half.
Now, somebody else has got to join the party, though, for the Golden State Warriors in terms of putting the basketball through the hoop.
Richard, no, got his own. Pajinski out to Horford, flicks the wrist, boom. Warriors trying to find some momentum. Brown on the drive, stripped out of bounds. Warriors ball.
A great pursuit by Will Richard on the screen there as Jaylen Brown gets into the lane.
Celtics have missed 6 straight shots. Golden State trying to take advantage. Largest deficit has been 19 in this first half. Pajinski, pocket pass to Santos. Santos swatted by Vooch. Brown scoops it up. Celtics running. Brown, surrounded by black jerseys, kicks it out. Simon fakes the pass. Simon out to Brown. Brown penetrating, another rejection by the ageless.
Running on an efficient 15-4-3 for yourself. How were you able to do just that?
Obviously just coming in, filling my spots out, being aggressive, but it's one half, so I got to do it again.
Great effort in the time.
Thank you.
Grady, back to you.
Thank you, Ali. For Golden State Bones, I mean, outside of making shots, of course, what do they need to do to claw back into this ball game?
Well, I think the early threes are good if they're open, but I think they have to explore a little bit more. I know I keep talking about Boston's defense, but they've got to find some angles to try to get to the rim and put some pressure on what Boston is doing. They've not been able to knock down the three-pointers. 31 attempts for Golden State in the first half, but just penetrate, get into the teeth a little bit more. Maybe those setups allow the rhythm for Golden State to start to take effect.
They've got a couple of stops to start this third quarter. Melton dump off to Spencer. Out to Santos from deep. Switch.
Something about those kind of possessions, Grady, where there's a rhythm to it, more guys touch the ball, you're able to set your feet and prepare for the shots that are coming. That might help Golden State.
Brown inside. More paint points for the Celtics. 34-16 advantage in the painted area for Boston. Moody And tried to thread the needle to Santos, easily stolen by Caden. Hauser. That was Derek White, and off the head of Moody, and in. Cato with the lay, and a big smile on his face. Moody's noggin with the assist.
Hopefully we can see that again. I've not seen that in his head. And Derek White even couldn't believe that he got that kind of an assist.
Everything bouncing Boston's way. Green, no. This is Hauser from downtown.
Now Boston just absolutely rolling. Theirs is the opposite, Grady. They're looking for that first open three. The way they're shooting the ball and moving it, they've got the weapons to do it.
That's a good look for Santos. Can't hit. Well, this Boston squad, this isn't just a cute story.
No.
They're a problem.
Real, very real.
Brown with the reverse lay.
And I wonder if Steve at some point, even with Draymond in this lineup, just going completely small, put some guards out there. There's no help there offensively for Golden State having Draymond in the game at this time.
9-0 Boston run, and that is a foul. Jaylen Brown running through Santos. It's kind of one of those nights against a red-hot Boston squad. Santos outside Melton. Well short. Another offensive rebound by Santos. Moody will try this time, and that's wide left.
A really good close by
17-10 away from Boston. Nice pass. White patient and lays it in. And Steve Kerr has seen enough. 10 players. Boston making themselves right at home here in the Bay. Brown the rebound off the Richard miss. 31-point advantage, largest of the night for Boston. White nearly lost the handle. Got it to Cato. Cato now couldn't reverse it home. White has it. 3 seconds. White put it up and got the bounce.
Derek with just good recognition, knowing the shot clock was winding down, finds enough space to trickle one in.
Melton on the move, pull up in the lane, got the roll. 9 points for Anthony Melton. Hauser from the elbow is good.
And Hauser.
Sam doing a good job of squaring up. Draymond Green did not close the gap there, so he's able to knock down a 15-footer.
Cato with the hands. And up ahead to Brown. Brown trying to find Hauser. And a little bit too high for him. And Cato. Santos for 3.
Well, I didn't see Cato just fell on his own that time, getting back in transition. Hopefully he's okay. A little bit gimpy coming back to the offensive end.
Trying to shake off whatever that was. 5 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. White gave it up to Hauser. Hauser pump, drive, stops at the elbow, can't connect, and it's out of bounds to the Warriors. There's Al 59. Green sets the screen for Melton. Melton back to Green. Push shot from the free throw line is long. Green has been searching. 0 for 7 tonight.
Yeah, looking to the heavens to not get anything to go offensively tonight.
White, Cato goes down again. Change the shoes. Pajimski, the block.
That time not his fault, Brady.
It wasn't his fault.
He got tripped up that time. Well, we have video evidence that time.
Melton in and out. Cato the rebound. 30-point advantage. Brown is 2 assists shy of a triple-double. It would be his 3rd of the season. And Shireman. Derek White, shot clock winding down. White fires and is fouled with 1.3 on the shot clock. So in Phoenix and Saturday on ABC, it's the Rockets and the Knicks. For more on these games, go to NBA.com. or visit the NBA app.
Just behind the bench have an opportunity to rib at you, you've done something terribly wrong. So Nimi, he's handling it from behind as those guys are chirping at him.
Here's Melbar's drive, had it blocked. Pritchard bringing it up the other way for Boston. He had 15 points in the first half. Inside to Vucevic, good position, goes Glass.
Great job on the seal. Boston works around empty side for Vooch to work on his own.
Horford. Now it's Podziemski over to Melton. Nothing going on this offensive end. Podziemski forced to fire a three, and Pritchard the bull. Pritchard out to Harper, hit 2 threes in the first half, can't hit here. The Celtics 7-6 on the road this season against teams currently above 500. That's the 4th best win percentage in such games in the NBA this year. Podziemski got that to go. 5 points off the bench for Brandon Podziemski. Brown spinning baseline. And is fouled by D'Anthony Melton. That's going to be his second. Tonight had 5 points in the first half. Outside look, Ron Harper can't hit. And here comes Horford the other way for the Warriors. This is Moody. Moody found an opening. Moody to the rack, can't hit. Moody got it back. Fires, and a foul is called.
Now that he's finally feeling healthy, it's about stacking progress, which means more minutes.
January 7th. Moody can't hit the second free throw. 93-61. Pritchard penetrates, nice step through, kick out, extra pass. Gonzalez behind the back. Gonzalez to the rack.
Right hand to the left hand on the behind the back, and then Hugo across the lane with the left hand.
Impressive toss up, and Podziemski off the window for 2. He has 7. Brown, an assist away from a triple-double. Brown had it poked away from behind by Podziemski.
Go back to Gonzalez.
Pritchard, the step back, no good. Back tap in the hands of Richard with the flush. And a clock adjustment. Massive lead for the Celtics. Second best record in the East. This is Kristaps Porzingis over the smaller Peyton Pritchard.
There are probably areas on the floor for each of these sets for him to set up and feel comfortable out here against competition.
Celtics out there with Luka Garza, Ron Harper Jr., Peyton Pritchard, Jordan Walsh, and Baylor Shireman. Pritchard wants a little get back on KP, can't hit the leg. Garza the offensive board. Pritchard over to Garza. Garza from downtown money.
I'll tell you what, Boston was 10-6 in January. They would not have been that without Luka Garza. Incredible effort on the offensive glass as Santos knocks down the 3. Just a hustle player that has carved out a role here for Boston as a screen setter and just a glass eater on the inside. An occasional 3, we just saw it from Luka, but a guy that's continued to work as a 52nd pick in the draft. A guy that had a storied collegiate career,
yes,
and has just not given up until somebody gave him an opportunity. That's happened.
Hayden with the acrobatics. GP2 with the deuce. 105-80. Shireman lining it up. Can't hit. Long rebound to Melton. Peyton. Fires over to Melton. And Melton count it and put him on the line.
And a chance for the three-point play.
Steve Kerr was talking to us about Melton before the game. Here he is off the offensive rebound off the missed free throw. This is Porzingis. Oh, that was from Oakland. Celtics need a timeout. Golden State. Joe Mazzulla brings Nikola Vucevic back into the ball game. Pressure all over Pritchard, and a timeout is called. White finding Pritchard. Pritchard to Hauser. Vucevic back to White. Now Pritchard will take his time. Warriors in desperation mode, ratcheting up the pressure. Pritchard, nice crossover. Pritchard fading away. Doesn't get the bounce. And rebound secured by Spencer. Melton, toss out. Extra pass. GP2 for three.
Okay, Warriors. A little extra effort on the defensive end, making Boston play against a short clock. And the crowd back into it here, Grady.
Warriors are 7 for 7 here in the fourth. Shireman got it to go. That ends a 15-0 run. Porzingis, three ball, wide right, and rebound snagged by Hauser. First miss of the fourth quarter by the Warriors. The scorer's table standing next to Mazzulla. Nice feed. Hauser lays it up and in.
Melton losing sight that time. Hauser with the back cut, got out of the corner. A couple of ways to end the Warriors doing what they're doing. One is, as Melton scores, one is to have the coach talk to you about some strategy. The other one is to say, hey, Jaylen, can you please go back into the game for us? We'd like you to cut this off if possible.
17-point ball game. White at the controls. Going dancing with Spencer. White. Deep step back. High arcing shot won't go. Shireman got up for the offensive board. Pritchard now. Looking for an opening. Got it to go.
How tough was that? Being leaning just enough into Porzingis to get all the way to the basket for that score.
6-1, getting the hoop over his former 7-2 teammate. Porzingis clearing space. Porzingis. He has 12 points in his Warriors debut.
But a great example of what he can do, Grady. A smaller player like that. KP just shooting over the top. And again, Warriors.
Final period. Melton, midi. Too strong. Ball on the floor. Bobby's on the floor. Or is tempted to give him another run if this game gets even closer. It's getting closer. Guy Santos from downtown, his fifth triple of the ball game.
Golden State, this pressure is really good as long as you don't give up layups. It's just a matter of slowing down Boston and doing this, playing on a short clock.
Cookies, GP2.
And here they come again. Full court pressure. Don't go for steals. Make Boston play with 10 or less on a shot clock.
That's a traveling violation. Just past the midway mark. GP2 rims out. Boston 111. Golden State 99. Brown. Over to Pritchard, long range. Pritchard! Bullseye! That momentarily quiets the crowd. Horford, quick trigger, rolls out.
What a huge shot from Peyton Pritchard there. But the pressure continues here from Golden State. Their only chance to force Boston into quick shots.
Pritchard, an assassin! He's trying to close the door on the Warriors by himself. Melton, keeping it open. Peyton Pritchard has the last 8 for the Celtics. He has 26 off the bench. Ball game, he has 12 points. Defending Brown, near poke away, kick out. White straight on. No. Podziemski the board. Podziemski over to Horford. Horford for 3. No. And the rebound snagged by Gary Payton II.
Loose change.
13-point ball game. Brown, fake the spin, faded away, no good. Long rebound to Podziemski. Santos. Over to Spencer, flicks the wrist, off the heel. Time is firmly on Boston's side. Pritchard, Lohezi on Boston's side. Pritchard, Lohezi, pull up in the lane off the heel. Warriors with a 31-15 advantage here in the fourth quarter. Still some work to do to tighten this one up even more. Spencer over to Horford for 2.
Warriors want to get up in pressure, but they are gassed right now. You can see everybody just taking deep breaths, trying to hang on here, still trying to push Boston, who again works against this short clock rating.
7 on the clock. Hand off to White. White from the elbow. Air ball. 2:30 to go in regulation. Santos. Skip pass. Horford. No. Horford is 1 for 6 from downtown.
And he's had 3 great looks for the Warriors to get themselves back into this game at under 10.
Boston's lead was once 34. Brown into Vooch, who is fouled by Santos.
Made the effort on the defensive end. It might not be enough, but a great spark from Golden State.
White. Over to Brown. Brown faded away. 23 for Jaylen Brown. Melton. Fouled beyond the arc by Brown.
Free throws for him and a chance to get the Warriors within 10 with a minute.
NBA gear, choose from jerseys, t-shirts, hats, and more. NBAstore.com, Fanatics. Melton goes 2 for 3 as a charity strike. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Pass ahead to Brown. Back to Hauser. Hauser, no. Long rebound. And it's out by Pritchard. Santos, the discard, couldn't hit from point blank.
Great job standing up. Guy Santos forced him into a tough one, and a huge stop for the Celtics to secure this one.
Celtics eyeing their 7th win in the last 8 ball games. Lob up top, and there's your exclamation point. Jaylen Brown with 23 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists. That's a Derek White block. And the Celtics are going to hold on. They have the 5th toughest remaining schedule in the NBA. This is game 1 of a 4-game West Coast road trip. This is Pritchard. That won't go. And Horford the rebound. Podziemski. And gets the lay inside. 121-110. Warriors are going to lose their 5th game in the last 7 outings.